Welcome to Expedition Sea Nest. Join us this week for some more windy weather and runaway dinghies. In the last episode, you may recall we were touring the beach and the surrounding mangrove cove and river. When we returned, you won't believe what happened.
Okay, Michael is pulling up the anchor because we were just on shore looking at the shipwreck, and I did not anchor the dinghy properly in the sand, and it is flying out into the ocean. Okay. There's the dinghy right there. Getting close to the big ship. This will be interesting.
Playing easy when you're not pulling that dinghy.
Yeah. Oh, that rascally dinghy. She is just floating by herself. Get the hook or jump in? You're gonna
the
jump
hook's
in.
sitting right there. Why don't you grab that yellow rope off the front of it, okay? Still dragging the anchor, hon.
Yellow off of the...
Yeah, or grab anything off it. You grab one of the top hooks off of it too, the blue things. We're in neutral.
I know, but that's fine. This is like the bad luck beach, man. Thank God we came back when we did. Alright. Oh my God, I'm shaking. That swim to the dinghy and...
Just another trip with Julia.
Alright, back to the anchorage. It doesn't even faze you. Did not even faze you?
Nah.
Oh my God.
Honey, I've been married to you long enough.
You've been married to me long enough? Right? What does that mean?
Things like this is gonna happen. That's okay. The way it goes.
Oh, I'm glad that it ended relatively well. Holy jumping. Note to self: check the anchor when Julia goes to shore.
Put more anchor rope out.
Put more anchor rope out. You know, it's interesting because I thought that. I said that when we got that.
Yeah,
I said it doesn't look like much anchor rope. Is that okay? And you said yes, it'll be okay. So I did check with you, but I should have known better. It's because we were so close to shore that I.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, I usually I pull it and bury the anchor first, right?
Yeah.
Give it a pull.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's our timeout for you, dinghy. Now we are hurrying back to the anchorage because we left all of our camera gear on the shore, and
so that we could swim out to the boat
to go get the dinghy. I had my bathing suit on, but yeah, something you probably don't need to know is Michael took all his clothes off and swam naked to the boat.
I was faster that way.
There was no drag.
There was no well, maybe a little bit of drag.
And we got up on the boat and got the motor in, and I filmed as much as I could. I am not a great YouTuber, but I tried to document the situation for you viewers and learn from my stupidity.
The part I didn't film earlier about the incident where the dinghy went flying was the fact that Michael and I had to swim from that beach to where the boat was anchored before we could even go and get the dinghy. So we were kind of winded. I was very stressed out, but we might have been a little closer in our last anchorage. But I just wanted you to see how far that was. So the wind's really picked up, eh?
Yeah, I did that last night too, remember?
Yeah. Did you get up and do this in the middle of the night last night too?
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't even remember that. I was fast asleep.
Well, good. At least one of us can sleep.
Well, thank you for doing that. So you put out the, do you want to just say what you did, or?
I just, boat started slapping really heavy on the starboard side. And so I went out and I took the dinghy anchor and I set it off our port side and I pulled it in to the point where the boat wasn't. Basically what I'm looking for is the waves. It's the rollers coming in, or some people call them rollers. They're swells, and they're coming around the point. So I'm trying to point my bow into those rollers. And the wind is coming more from the port right now, and it's just not that much wind, so I'm not worried about that pulling my anchor. I'm more worried about just getting a good night's sleep right now, so that's why I did that. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
I gotta go set the anchor again.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's now 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And I feel
I'll
like
just show your top half.
okay.
So the anchor broke?
Yeah, the anchor broke loose. It's just the dinghy anchor. I should get out the bigger anchor.
Do you need my help?
No.
Do you want me to hold a flashlight or something?
No, I just need to get.
Big flashlight?
Yeah, that's helpful. I bought this so that we have a backup in case we lose our main anchor.
Right. So tell me what you're going to do. You're going to put this off the stern now?
Yeah. Well, it's going off the port. It's actually getting rougher, eh?
But yeah, it is.
And I think that's why the anchor broke loose. I'll get you to untie me when I'm got the motor started, okay?
All right.
Throw it in there.
Yeah.
Where's the other anchor rope? Can you shine your light on that?
Right there. That's where you're tying up.
Start it again.
Do you want me to grab you? Give me your hand.
And now I'm going to take the dinghy anchor rope. Anchor here.
Okay, so you want all this rope?
Yeah. The old rope.
Hold on, it's under.
Great.
I'll undo it here. Hold on. You got something else here. Oh my God, what a disaster. You've got the new rope tied around the motor.
Okay.
Do you want me to undo that?
No, I'll do it. Yeah, look at me dragging in the grass.
It was holding for a bit, and then all of a sudden you felt we were slapping again.
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay, thank you.
It's kind of hard to film and do this at the same time.
Oh, no
I'm not
kidding.
doing a very good job of either.
I can imagine it's
Remember, one of our viewers said after one of the first videos when we had a storm and something else was going on and we had to relocate, they're like, "Why didn't you film that?" I'm like,
oh my God.
I was stressed out, man. I
Yeah.
couldn't film and do that at the same time. Now I'm not stressed out, but it is really hard to film a situation like this
Yeah.
when it's not even dangerous. You're holding a flashlight, you're holding the video camera,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to be cognizant of what you're doing to be helpful to you, and I'm not very helpful.
Oh, you're helpful.
Well, just holding the light, I think, is helpful for you here.
Yeah.
You were trying to be considerate and not make me get out of bed so I could keep sleeping, but I wasn't sleeping anyways.
Okay, you gotta take that light out of my eyes because I
Sorry,
can't see.
where do you want it off completely?
Yeah.
Or where do you want it? That way?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out
The angle?
the angle.
It's just comfort.
Well, I hope they're anchor holds. Let's just put it that way. It feels pretty good.
Alright.
Let me just see now. I just gotta see. Can you shine the light? Maybe. Here, give it
Here,
to me.
take it.
I'm gonna see if I can find out where the swells are coming from. Yeah. So see the swells? So we're actually, I pulled it in too much. Is there a reason why there's a potato laying on the ground here?
That must have fallen out of the thing. Maybe you hit it with your head.
Oh. It's like, why is there a potato down here? All right, I think we're sitting really good now. I never realized how much anchor rope that thing is. Wow.
Alright.
Now I can rinse the salt off my hands. Well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Unfortunately, it's blowing about 15 to 20 knots, which actually feels good because it's really hot this morning. But the wind is coming out of the south, and here in the Exumas, it's really hard to find a protected place from the south winds. And this is kind of giving us some here. You can see the winds are coming across here. But the biggest problem that we're having is the swells wrap around the points and come and get you. And so that's what can really ruin a night's sleep. So if there's the other boats that are in this anchorage down here, they're all facing south. But the boats are rocking like this because of the swells. So the wind waves are only 10 inches high, 8 inches high, very little. But the swells are like a foot. And you notice that we're not moving much right here, is because what I've done is I again put out that stern anchor. And that stern anchor, once I put that out, I used all my anchor rope, I put it all the way out, and then I would pull it in until I got my bow facing directly into the swells. And that's what really gave us a good night's sleep. Because the night before we were around the other side, and in the middle of the night, the wind switched and the swell started, and we were literally bouncing off the walls. And that makes for a really tough night, and it kind of ruins the whole next day. Jill, can you hold this for me?
Yeah.
So I have just used my tender anchor line, and that little anchor I have is holding us so well, and that's in sand. It's really amazing. It's stuck really well, so it's holding us perfectly here. And if you can see what I've done on this anchor rope, I have a crab pot marker on here, and what's that, in case we get into trouble. Let's say the winds start really howling, and this one gets hung up on a piece of coral or something like that, and my bow anchor starts to swing us out. All I have to do is unhook this and throw this out. Once around, and then you could do it like this, or what I usually do is I do this, and then one more. I haven't got enough room for that, but that's how I do my jam cleat, and this holds really well, tightens up. What's nice about that though is if I have to quickly undo this, it comes off really easy. Whereas if you just do it halfway like this, and then do a jam cleat on here, this really jams, and you could, in an emergency, you could have trouble getting this off. So if I do this, let me just show you. So if I just go halfway around and do a jam cleat like that and that, and this starts pulling really tight, and then you go to get this one off. This one, look at this. This is really stuck on there now. Whereas if all I had to do, let me show you here. If all I had to do was go around it, yeah, that's really tight in a short period of time. So you can imagine under really stressful conditions. So I'm going to pull a little bit of slack in here.
So this is the correct way to do it.
Yeah, this is the correct way to do it. All right. Okay, so this is the correct way to do it. You go once around, and then you can jam like this.
And that's it.
Yeah, you can do a third if you feel like that.
If you have the rope.
If you have the rope or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's, and this, look how easy this comes off now. See, that's much better than starting to do your jam right before you only go halfway around.
Okay.
And then because of the crab pot marker, I can, if I'm in an emergency, I can just let it go like this, and it's done.
And now we can go retrieve that.
We have to anyways.
With the dinghy. Yeah.
Well, we're done. We're leaving today. We're going to leave for Highbourne, and there is one bay at the north end of Highbourne that'll protect us from these southerly winds. So we're going to head there. We are almost completely out of water. We are almost completely out of food, but we're supposed to be leaving for Nassau soon, so we're kind of putting it off. The only thing we're good on is gas. We don't have. We have lots of fuel.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
Isn't that amazing?
Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing or leaving a comment for us. We love hearing from you. Have a great day.